Just as she was about to catch up, clock out, and go home, Snenhlanhla was ambushed at her workplace at a Pick n Pay by her ex-boyfriend, stabbing her multiple times until she gave up fighting and died on the spot. Today, I'll be taking you through the story of Snenhlanhla Mathonsi. May her soul rest in peace. So before we begin, I'd like to emphasize that this story is shared with the utmost respect to the victim and their loved ones. Every story I share comes from a place of empathy because these aren't just crimes and statistics, they're lives, families, and memories. My goal is to bring awareness, not to sensationalize or entertain, but to make sure that their story is never forgotten. So hi, thank you so much for viewing. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Snenhlanhla Mathonsi was a 22-year-old, soon to turn 23 when the incident happened. She was born in 2002 to her mother who sadly passed on, leaving her to be raised by now mother Lungile Dlamini. Her family said she was a very reserved person. She kept a lot to herself, so much that they didn't know nothing about her personal life when it comes to dating and all of that. She was very shy, but she had big dreams. She was a hard-working young woman. She always tried to help out at home. So after matric, she wanted to further her studies. But since she's from humble beginnings, she looked for a job in order to help out at home. She was the firstborn of her siblings, so she vowed she would help out first at home until the kids finished school, and then she would further her studies as well. She was a special being, her guardian said. Snenhlanhla found a job at Pick n Pay Protea Glen, and she was the breadwinner at home now. She worked at Pick n Pay as a cashier, and she was there for 5 months when, on the 4th of May 2025, at around 1950, 10 to 8, just 10 minutes before the shop closed, a young man named Anele Kula went up to her till at Pick n Pay, right in front of everyone, took out a knife and started stabbing her. He stabbed her multiple times and dragged her from behind the till, continuing to stab her upper body. Snenhlanhla cried out for help. People stepped away in fear. The security came rushing to capture Anele, but he had already stabbed her multiple times. Snenhlanhla was now laying on the floor, blood everywhere around her, and the perpetrator was held on the side with handcuffs. Security and the store management phoned SAPS and paramedics, but unfortunately, when emergency services arrived, Snenhlanhla was declared dead on the scene. The suspect was arrested and Snenhlanhla's family was alerted. The suspect happened to be Snenhlanhla's ex-boyfriend. Reports from those who knew said that he was working at a boxer at Protea Glen and they were dating. Not much was known about their relationship, but it's just that they had recently broken up. No violence or prior abuse was reported, but just the recent breakup. Anele was then arrested and was to go to trial for the murder of Snenhlanhla.
Njengoba kuyosilaxazile isicelo sokudedelwa nge-bail kuyahlehliswa-ke icala kuthiwa-ke uzaphinde ubuye la e-court 8 ngomhla ka-30 kuJuni. Uma-ke lukulahla icala elifana naleli uhlale wazi ukuthi-ke isigwebo esishicilele ukuthi likajele. Understood? Mnumzane Nkulu, uma intshathi uyazi ukuthi unayo imail ne kodwa-ke kubalulekile ukuthi akudlulise lokhu.
The shop held a vigil for Snenhlanhla the following morning. They were upset, they were traumatized. They released a statement. Pick n Pay released a statement saying that they were truly saddened about what happened to their fellow colleague and The management promised that they would provide counseling to anyone in need. Snetlantla's family was devastated about this tragedy. They're in deep grief and they lost their sister, their daughter. They lost their breadwinner. They lost a very important part of their family. They lost her in the most brutal, inhumane manner. They demanded answers as to how could someone stab their daughter repeatedly before anyone responds. How could someone enter a shop with a weapon and pass security just like that? Her guardian expressed in disbelief. Wasn't her first scream not loud enough to call for someone to help? For her to be stabbed multiple times without anyone helping her until the last minute. They even demanded to see the footage at the shop, believing that there was negligence or security breach. The suspect was arrested on the spot, of course, and then he made his first appearance at the Protea Magistrates Court. He abandoned his bail and remained behind bars, and then is soon to go to trial and to be charged. The motive behind the murder remains unclear. Another woman's life taken with utmost cruelty in this South Africa. The fact that she was attacked at her workplace in front of everyone, in front of customers and her colleagues, makes this more than just a domestic killing. This exposes how gender-based violence can be dangerous even in public spaces. Her death is not isolated. It resonates with many in South Africa. And this ongoing struggle against high rates of femicide, gender-based violence, and partner violence. Also, her family's call for security footage reflects not only a call for justice for Snare, but for better systems to protect women working in public spaces. A heartbreaking end for someone so young with hopes and a future ahead. May Snetlanhla's soul rest in peace, and may her story continue to remind us the importance of awareness, compassion, and justice. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for remembering her. Lastly, please help spread awareness by liking and sharing. Also comment if you'd like to suggest a case I should cover, or if you'd like to ask or add anything regarding this case. I'll see you on the next one.